Hi, this is Reporter's Take. I'm Sakshi Batra and I have with me my colleague Priyanka Sahai, and we are here to talk about the latest developments around Ola cab ban in Karnataka. Thanks a lot, Priyanka, for joining in. Now, 2 days back, we got to hear that Karnataka Transport Department actually banned Ola cabs from driving or plying their cabs or vehicles on roads in Bengaluru. And now, latest what we've heard is that the Karnataka government has actually stepped in and revoked the ban. But for the benefit of all the viewers, could you just apprise us of all the developments that have happened in these last 24 to 48 hours?
Definitely, Sakshi, and that's right. Actually, on Friday, we got a notification from the State Transport Authority stating that Ola would be banned from plying on the roads, and this will include all the services that the company was offering, and the ban would actually be implemented for the next 6 months.
Okay.
The issue that was raised by the State Transport Authority was bike taxis that the company's been running since the last couple of years.
Sure.
Actually, this issue has been making rounds for quite some time now.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of back and forth that the company's been having with the State Transport Authority. However, there's not been any positive conclusion as to what the status of the legality of bike taxis are.
Sure.
So eventually, what happened that the Transport Authority came up and said that since there's not been any positive sign that they have received from the company on banning bike taxis, they'll go ahead and ban the entire services that were offered by Ola.
Okay.
However, very interestingly, and barely like say 24-30 hours after which the ban was implemented, Priyank Kharge, who happens to be the Social Welfare Minister of Karnataka, went ahead and tweeted that there'll not be any ban that will be implemented and the company will be applying with immediate effect. And he also added that, policies need to be ahead of its time because technologies will always be ahead of policy. So it was a very positive signal that the startup community as a whole got from the minister.
Absolutely.
And as we speak, we get to understand that there's no ban which has actually been on the ground. And that's what we have.
Absolutely. So the positive signal from the government is definitely welcomed by the entire startup ecosystem. But where do things stand as of now? If I talk about the company, what kind of losses did they have to face? Any comment from the company we've received on this front?
So well, there is a comment actually, and I'll quote the company on this. So the company has stated that the company is glad that the issue stands resolved, and they also regret any inconvenience which is caused to any of its driver partners as well as the passengers. The company looks forward to continue working with the state, and it has also said that they are committed to creating and enhancing livelihood opportunities for millions of driver partners in the time to come. Now, even as we say that, we know for a fact that the company has 1.3 million drivers across the country.
Yes.
The company wouldn't give a city-wise breakup, but we know that Bangalore happens to be one of the largest cities in terms of both rides as well as driver partners.
Sure.
And while in principle there was no ban that was actually implemented, because very interestingly, despite the notification that had come from the Transport Authority, Ola did not send any
official notification to the drivers.
To any of the drivers. There was no ban which was implemented on the app, so the passengers were able to book the cabs, the drivers were able to apply. However, there was some amount of apprehension in the minds of the drivers, which resulted in a lot of drivers not actually coming on roads, fearing any sort of action by the Transport Authority. So it resulted in a decrease in the supply of drivers on roads. So this is what happened during the weekend. The company has not yet disclosed any numbers in terms of economy or any numbers in terms of the losses, any financial losses that the company has faced in the last,
or any sorts of penalties or fines.
Nothing as of now. What we hear is that the company is supposed to be paying some amount of penalty, but again the amount has not been disclosed. Conventionally, for faults such as this, the amount ranges between 50,000 to rupees 1 lakh per offence. So if this is to be in the same range, we are not quite sure as of now, but we are yet to hear from the company on that.
Right, but because the crux of the issue was regarding bike taxis, what do we know as of now and where do things stand?
So, well, Sakshi, bike taxi is definitely a grey area.
Yeah.
A lot of the states do not allow bike taxis to ply.
Yeah.
Bikes can be used as commercial vehicles, which can be used as last mile delivery vehicles.
Yeah.
It can be used for, transporting goods from one place to another. However, bikes cannot be used to actually transfer passengers, humans from one place to another.
Yeah.
having said that, it's Karnataka wherein there's a lack of policy. However, states such as UP for that matter actually allows bike taxis, and you can see a lot of these bike taxis flying in Noida for that matter.
All right.
So there are certain states that have provisions for bike taxis, but there are certain states that still see this as a violation of the traffic rules.
Right.
So this is a very grey area. I think the government, a lot of state governments need to come up with some amount of clarification on this issue.
Right. Thanks a lot then, Priyanka, for sharing all those details. Well, for now, what seems to be right now is that the issue stands resolved as of now, but what kind of financial implications has it been for Ola? We still do not know about it. And apart from this, if the governments will actually come up with policy clarification around the same, around bike taxis as to whether they are legal to ply in the country and in different states or not, that is also something that we will need to watch, wait and watch out for. Thanks a lot for joining us in this edition of Reporter's Take, and do stay logged on to moneycontrol.com for more developments and news. Thanks for watching.